You can do your quick Florida inheritance from home. One of the documents that will help you get there is called the Petition for Summary Administration. Here's my breakdown of one part of that petition. We're doing a deep dive into the topic of homestead and exempt property. Right, we're looking at paragraph 5 of the Petition for Summary Administration. So I've got my copy of the Petition for Summary Administration here. Paragraph 5 reads, the estate... Let's break that down. If you have a decedent that passed away over 2 years ago, you're in. You qualify for a quick summary administration inheritance. Now, if it's been less than 2 years, that's okay. You still qualify if what you're inheriting is $75,000 of value or less. My name is Jesus Orlando Valentino. You can call me J.O. Valentino. I've helped hundreds of families with their inheritances. We're gonna be doing a deep dive into what counts against that $75,000 amount and a little bit more about that 2-year analysis. Now, when I heard about the $75,000 limit, I thought to myself, does that mean people who are inheriting a home don't qualify for a quick summary administration just because the value of the house is worth more than the $75,000 cap? Well, I looked into it and it turns out that normally it's okay. The way it works is because the home is the decedent's primary residence, it's considered a homestead. And a homestead does not count when you're considering the $75,000 limit. In the past, I wondered, what if the decedent left their home to go to a nursing facility? Or what if they went and got end-of-life medical treatment outside of the home? Does that mean that their home doesn't qualify for the protections for homestead and it does count when you're calculating the $75,000 cap? It turns out that what I learned was it's totally okay. If it's end-of-life medical care that takes you out of your home, you're good. Now, on the other side of the coin is, what if your home becomes someone else's home because you rent the house out to somebody else? So if the decedent moves out of the house and they rent that house out and that house is someone else's home because they're renting for it, they're paying for it, it's their exclusive use of the property, then that isn't the decedent's home anymore. It's considered an investment property. And investment properties are counted when you are calculating that $75,000 limit. Now, I know we've gotten in the weeds a little bit about this $75,000 limit, but what I do is I remind my team, don't forget about the 2 years. If it's been over 2 years since the decedent passed away, you're in, even if you're inheriting 10 houses and 10 Mercedes S-Class sedans. Now, I teach my team that there are other items that we treat just like the decedent's home. So where it's been less than 2 years since the decedent passed away, and we're looking at that $75,000 limit, there's certain items that don't count towards that limit. To do this, we use a document titled Petition to Determine Exempt Property. Now, the items that you can put on a petition to determine exempt property include $20,000 worth of household items that include furnishings, appliances, and furniture. Additionally, you can inherit 2 Mercedes-Benz S-Classes and it's all exempt because you can inherit 2 cars and it doesn't count against the cap as long as those are the decedent's cars and they were used by the decedent or the decedent's immediate family. We also would do a petition to determine exempt property if we're helping out in a case where there's a IRS 529 plan, tax benefit involved for paying students' tuition. Additionally, this is a little bit more rare, thank goodness, but another thing that you could apply to the petition to determine exempt property is a payout by the state of Florida to a teacher who is slain while performing their duties as a teacher. That's basically a quick 101 on the petition to determine exempt property. Remember, don't do fraud because you can end up in jail. I've seen it and it ain't pretty. Bye-bye.